What is up, everyone? All Barcelona fans and football fans, back again here with a video that really should have been coming up a few days ago, but I needed a break after what we saw on Sunday. I needed a few days off because I needed some time to catch myself, calm myself, because I was fuming. I was fuming big time because I didn't think I was. At first, I wasn't. I was like, yeah, I just more disappointed, but I was still after the game though, because not just because we lost this trophy, which was the first trophy we could have got. Just like we could have done our first trophy of the season. It was still fairly good. Yeah, not one of the biggest ones, but it still is something, right? Not just because of that, but also because this means that have less confidence in us going on doing anything really in the other three competitions that we're still in. That performance, that Classico, it was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. The players were just not playing at all. They were not trying. They were not really willing to play for the coach at all on Sunday. And there were glimpses of some did okay at times. It wasn't like entirely that they didn't play, but because we didn't get one goal from Lewandowski, which was actually a good goal. And we're thinking in that moment, like some people were thinking, okay, maybe this is up, but I didn't even celebrate that goal because I knew we'll find a way to fumble it still. We're not gonna score more. We're not gonna make it 2-2 at that point. We're not. Because when you go into a Classico like this and you concede after around like maybe 8-9 minutes, then you know you're in big, deep, doo-doo. Should I say? I don't want, but you know you're in big, deep crap. Then this is not good. And I knew even from the start, from the lineup, I knew things were not gonna. That was a bad sign. I knew, oh, this is not gonna go well tonight. I had a strong feeling, and yeah, they proved me right. I didn't want them to, but they did. And it just started. Our game tonight, we have a game tonight now. It just started against a team. I'm not going to try to say that whole name. It ends with Salamanca. So that team, some lower tier team. It's a random lineup. I guess it's the best he can do. There's nothing else really he can do. Romeo starts, but yeah, that's what can you do. But and no Victor Rojas starting. Weirdly, Mark Hugh gets a start at least. But yeah, we'll talk about that later. But hopefully, at least we win. But I knew already from the lineup, from that lineup, things are gonna go bad, and they did. In 2 minutes or 2 or 3 minutes after that first goal, which was scored by Vinicius Jr., which was so unavoidable. Like it was so avoidable. Like it was dumb, the dumbest thing you can see. How we just let them through. Like the defense was just non-existent. Like what were they doing? Absolutely brainless. And then the second goal came. Vinicius again. Just a few minutes later, 2-3 minutes later, 2-0 in the 12th minute. It just makes no sense. It's just like it's baffling. It's so baffling. I just don't understand it. It's so weird. And it's just like, what can you really do? Like, what do you even say to that? Individual mistakes again. This is what I warned for. This is what I said. Don't do these individual mistakes. Have focus. And what happens? Kunde just totally has a blackout and just messes up, and we can see a second goal. And from that point on, I was just like, oh, it's gonna be one of these games, huh? It's gonna be another humiliating bullshit Classico for us. Just like the Copa del Rey game back in the spring. But this is maybe even worse. Yeah, heck yeah, we did score in this one at least. But even then, even that was 4-0 and this was 4-1. At least back then, you somewhat understood what was going on there with some of the things that were in when we were on the run that back in the spring. But you at least saw some glimpses of hope. It was late in the season, it was just all around feeling of the team was just the main focus was really on the league and get that done. But now, a year later from when we beat them 4-0 in the same tournament, in the same competition, right? When we beat them 4-0 a year ago, who would have thought a whole year later this would happen? But even more, if we it's even not even the same quality of a squad back then. Like, who would have thought when we added the freaking Gundogan and a few others like that, but Joe Felix and all that, who would have thought that we would have been worse? Back then we had Kessier, right? And some others like that. Like, and of course, the big glaring miss from this, of course, the player that we do miss a lot is Gavio, obviously. He's the one who plays the most hard in all the Classicos. Fenman tried. He showed some passion, right? But it was just weird. I did not understand this. And we got one back. As I said, Lewandowski, a pretty good volley. Not that finally he does score properly like he should be doing. Ever since Vitor Roja has arrived, which is also a weird thing that hasn't been playing, but I'll get to that in a minute. But ever since he's arrived, Lewandowski has stepped up a bit more. He has been scoring at least a goal in every game. Yes, overall performance has not been the best, and we still lost some and been shaking some. Hasn't been best in all the chances, but at least he has gotten one goal in all those games. So at least that is a little bit of a better sign for him. It was a pretty good goal. He went like from a Real Madrid defender, I believe there was some try shot that it bounced off, or it was some kind of pass back or something, and he took it right on directly with the volley, put it past Lunin, and yeah, it was a pretty good goal. But as I said, I did not celebrate it because I 100% knew that this is not gonna last. We're not gonna go on and do some miracle turnaround or anything like that. I was maybe thinking, okay, nice, we scored, but I'm not gonna celebrate until we they actually prove me wrong. They actually get a second goal, like get to 2-2 or something. Then I will start at least having a little bit more hope. And I was right in that. I was 100% right in that. I was praying I wasn't gonna be, but I wish so much that I was wrong. But once again, they proved me right, and we concede a penalty. Yeah. We did some stupid shit, and I should say once again, yeah. Let's address the elephant in the room once more. Ronald Araujo in this game wasn't so best, but that should not be a penalty. obviously. Like, that should have not been a penalty. That was the most dumbest thing. It was way too soft to be a penalty. But they give penalty for that, but not for like a couple months back in the last Clasico we played. No, then when I don't remember who it was who grabbed the Araujo on the neck like that. Like, was it Chouameni or or somebody? I don't remember who exactly it was. Maybe it was, I don't know, but it was somebody did it, right? Maybe it was Rodrigo. I don't know, but somebody grabbed him around the neck and pulled him out, and that should have been a penalty. Like, that was even more. But this, they didn't give anything for that, but they gave something like a small, like a little, like that, like a little touch only from Araujo. And they give him a yellow, and also they you give him, they give Real Madrid a penalty. And of course, Vinicius Jr. steps up and he gets the hat trick. Just, I just don't understand, man. It's just, and at that point, I was like, yep, it's over. We're losing this game, and there's nothing we're gonna do about it. Doesn't matter what we do. Like in the second half, even if we do bring on more attackers, nothing's gonna change. Nothing at all is gonna change. He did bring him on in the second half. If you made some changes, but it was way too late as well. It was like it just didn't really matter because just shortly after he brought on a few players. There comes 4-1. So yeah, 4-1. So and it was I don't know what was, I think it was Rodrigo or something. I don't know. And once again individual dumb stupid mistakes. Once again Kunda, I believe, also messed something up, and others do. Pena was terrible as well. He was off his line like terribly badly. Even for the first goal, I believe, or second one. I don't know which one. He could have run out, but he decided to stay. Instead of, if you see the defenders mess up far ahead, you should go out quickly. Try, at least try to stop him. If he runs you, then okay. But at least you tried. There's more chance that you're gonna stop him from scoring than just standing back and letting him run you there, and will get like a shot around you or something. He started running out when he was just maybe 5 meters away from the goal or something, only like 4 or 5 meters away. That's when he started running out, and that was just a side step from Vinicius, and then bam, it was just a goal. It's just, I don't understand. Ter Stegen would not have done that mistake, I believe. Like, he's always very much more secure in those instances. I just don't understand what Pena is doing in those moments. It's just really, really weird. He's not without blame for this as well. And it's just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. How we're playing this bad. I'm surprised it wasn't even more, but that was only probably because Real Madrid were just not trying to tighten themselves anymore. But they could have. They could have scored 5, 6, 7. There was no mentality, no passion, no nothing. It was absolutely horrendous. Like one of the worst performances I've ever damn seen. We were not trying at all. Okay, we concede first. Fine, it happens sometimes. But then you start bullying on, trying to like have passion, have mentality to start pushing back and trying to get that goal, that equalizer, then trying to go for it and turn it around. No, we just shut off even more and let them 3 minutes later let them score a second one. We're just like, oh, all the players just like, oh wow, what happened? Oh, we're all lost. Like, please help us, somebody. Well, I don't know what's going on. I suddenly don't know what the hell to do, and just running around like like lost ducks or something. Like What are we doing? What is that performance? How do you perform like that in the final against your biggest rival? That is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. If you perform like that around like maybe in a Copa del Rey game or a league game, yes, that is also very, very bad. But at least you can say, okay, we can bounce, but there's more time. You can come back from it somehow. But what is a final like this when you know a year ago you got this trophy, you beat this exact team, your biggest rival, and then you let them, and then the whole other, they were the ones who were doing like playing like this last time, and now this year we let them do the same thing to us. We're just going there with no mentality in a freaking final. Jeez. How do we perform better in the semifinal, right? Than in the final. Like, I know there's a lot of pressure, but come on. Most of these players should be knowing what they're doing. There's a lot of veterans in there. Players like Lewandowski, or at least he did score a goal, but still though, right? He should be doing better. Gundogan, at least he tried. Gundogan was at least somewhat their best player. He did try. He had the most passion, at least. I feel for him, but I'm trying to put like others as well. Frankie, like Roberto, in the defense, Araujo, Kunde, like all of them. What were they doing? The defense has absolutely been lost. This is the same defense that last season were the best. Like, we kept so many clean sheets. 1-0, of course. The attack was not the best then either. But at least with the defense was good. Right? At least we didn't concede. We didn't score many goals, but at least we didn't concede either. That many, right? They were doing so good. They were the big part of why we won the league. But this season, it's like they're not even the same players anymore. Like, they're a whole other type of fucking thing. Like, what has happened to them? It's just baffling. Who in, like, around maybe 8 months or so, whatever, like, maybe almost a year now, like 9 months, 10 months. What has happened? Back in the spring of last year, they were great. Now they're just absolute dog crap. Even players that were usually always have been super reliable, like Araujo, just lately he's been prone to mistakes as well. I just don't understand it. And he also got a red card. I haven't even mentioned it. He also got a red card in this game as well afterwards. Right? That's why he's not. I believe that's why he's not featured tonight. Even he's not even in the team tonight because of, I think it carries over into this. I don't know. I think so, at least. Not entirely sure. Shouldn't, but yeah. He got a second yellow. Stupidly got a second yellow. And what can you do? A red card for him, and then we knew, like, yeah, there's no shot at all. Not even a shot for Victor Roque to come on. Yeah, and I'm gonna get on to that because we haven't seen Victor Roque play ever since that Copa del Rey feature and his debut, pretty much, right? Ever since then, he hasn't featured at all in the last 2 or 3 games, right? He hasn't done anything. He hasn't got. Yes, there's some rumors about like he had a little knock, he had some feelings in the on the semifinal, but we were thinking, okay, fine. Well, he didn't feature there, whatever. I understand. But at least in the final, he should have gotten something, like some minutes. He should have been subbed on. Or at least, or started, whatever. Like, why didn't he get any minutes? I just don't understand it at all. Like, what is he trying to just have like a precautionary thing or something? Even tonight, he doesn't start. He's still on the bench. I hope he does get subbed on way earlier in the second half this time around. If he misses around another game, I swear to God, I don't know what the hell Xavi is doing then. We signed this player to help us out in the front. A place where we really do need help to score goals and stuff. And he barely has even featured so far. Yes, I know he just arrived. It's not like, but I don't expect him to play full 90 minutes or anything, right? Definitely not. I'm not saying that, but at least a few minutes, right? At least like 15, 20 minutes or something. Let the kid play at least something. He can do. He can help at least try. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Why was he even included if that was the case then? Why was he available on the bench if you're not gonna use him? If he was up and going, well, why was he then there? Why didn't you leave him off the squad then for the moment? It baffles me. Like a lot of people are saying now, and after this, this has gone to a real low point for the club this season. I did not expect us to be in this position now at the beginning of this season back in August, September there. I did not expect this to be. I knew this season was not going to be all clean cut and like 100% super like brilliant, but I didn't think it's going to be this low. Right? I thought at least, well, by this point we can do something. Because even in the last Clasico we played, at least we played better than them, and we were just unlucky back then, and that one in the league to lose that. This time, we lose because we deserve it, because we're absolutely horrendous. They knew what they were gonna do. They knew what they were gonna do. We give it all away to them. It was a walk in the park for them. We gave up that final entirely. Like, with that mentality, we shouldn't even have been played it. We should have just told them, not just give the trophy to Real Madrid. We don't bother to play. We're not going to bother. That's what it seemed like. With the performance of those players and how I watched them and how they performed on that pitch, like, there was nothing. Nothing at all. And I don't even know tonight, if we don't, like, if we struggle to be another, like, 4th-tier team tonight, like, I don't really care anymore, really. Just, I've been so adjacent, like kind of, even know the word for it, like, I'm numb to this kind of bullshit anymore. Like, I'm trying to shut myself off, really, because it's just so stupid and unbelievable how we got into this point. And as I said, a lot of people are Xavi out at the moment. I think that's really dumb as well. Speaking of stupid, that is the worst thing you can be doing right now. Chanting Xavi out and trying to push for him to be sacked. That is the dumbest thing as a club we can do right now, and as fans of this club. We should not be calling for his sacking at this moment. We don't even, by the way, we don't even have the funds to get in a new manager at this point. We barely even have someone who can sign a fucking goddamn player. Like, we can't even sign any players at the moment, barely. Like, we're waiting for some funds to possibly get a midfielder now before the end of January. There's some talks about like a left back as well, or somewhat half center mid, whatever he is, Calvin Phillips from Manchester City, I think, or whatever, right? I just sacking Xavi right now would not be the right thing to do at all. He should at least get to the end of the season. Then we can start talking. Then we have more time to really reevaluate, and try to, like, time to set up more. Doing this now, we will end up like we did when we sacked Valverde mid-season. Yes, there was COVID and everything in between after that, and then that kind of hindered stuff. But then maybe that's even makes it even worse, because then Kikis at the end had a lot of time to think things through, but he still messed it up. Massively messed it up. You can maybe argue, yeah, he was probably the wrong choice. Yeah, but we'll probably get another one who's the wrong choice now. We don't have much time to really fumble, thinking, blah, 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 who is going to replace Xavi if we sack him now. Are we going to do a panic thing? What, he gonna bring a Rafa Marquez from the B team? What much better is he gonna do? You think he's gonna be any better? No. No disrespect to Marquez, but like seriously, it just makes no sense to really be sacking Xavi at this point. Would be idiotic. For doing to do something like that, we have to wait until the summer. Even he himself said, if we don't reach the goals, I'll step off in the summer. I'll be the first one to say, yeah, I cannot do anything more. I'll be leaving. Right? He even came out and said that himself. And you have to show respect for that. There's nothing more you can do like at this point, like to really change anything now in the coaching way. It just makes no sense. You can't really do anything. It's just nothing's gonna really change. Nothing's gonna change. No matter which coach you like desperately quickly bring. We don't have the funding or planning right now to be able to bring in another big coach. No. You wait for the summer. If Xavi doesn't manage to do what he should be doing to the end of until the end of the season, then we can start talking, right? But for now, this is his team. This is his squad. He's telling me right now, it's not gonna be any better if somebody else just stepped in all of a sudden and just gets this thrown at him. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen then. It's like with Chelsea when they sacked Graham Potter, right? Brought in Lampard for the last part of the season when they replaced the Tuchel with Potter, right? What did he do? Nothing. He had a little brilliant like small spell like a 1-2 months like that, but then everything just went to shit, right? And he was sacked even before the season ended. Last season, they had 3 coaches in a season, pretty much. Do you want us to have that? Do you want us to like, mess around like that? No. We already tried it once and it messed up as well. Just it doesn't work like that. Like, I don't think Xavi's the whole problem either. Yes, I'm not saying he's not to blame at all. Like, no. It definitely, he has something that he needs to answer for, and some things that he needs to improve with his tactical stuff and how he puts up lineups and all that kind of things in some cases when not everybody's available for him and some of the decisions he makes during the games as a coach. But it's not only him. A lot has to do with the players as well, sorry. It has to do with the players as well. These players are to blame, too. They have so many things here. Like, the individual things with these players that doesn't make any sense. Like, so many individual problems. And there's been some rumors now that there's some distance in between. Nobody's trusting or here and there. But the media is just talking trash. I don't want to hear anything like that right now. This is not the moment to even talk about those things. I just hope they can get their shit together. These players should not be playing like this. These are some world-class talents. I'm not expecting them to all go and like have a flawless season and just have every single game won and every single title won or something like that. No, obviously that's unrealistic at this point. But I'm expecting way more than this. Like obviously, absolutely more than this than we saw on Sunday. I don't want to see that at all. I can take a loss, right? I can take a loss, even though yes, it hurts when you lose against Real Madrid. Yeah. I can take a loss. There is, like, I understand. Sometimes you lose. Yes, it hurts losing against Real Madrid, but even like for example, that Clasico in the league. I accepted that. I can take it because at least we actually deserve to win. We played well, and we got unlucky, right? They were more lucky than us. Losses like that, I can accept. Yeah, even in finals. Yes, it hurts. It sucks that we did not win the final, but at least I see their spirit in the team. they tried, and I can say like, okay, at least you played well. We tried our absolute best. Proud of you for trying and doing all you could. They were just a bit better, or they were just a bit more lucky than us. It's okay. We at least showed, we gave him a good game. And there's plenty more to go this season, more trophies to fight for. We'll just go and show him over there what we did here, but then that time we will be the ones to have the luck on our side. We'll be the one to do it, right? But this, losing in this way, pathetically like this, without even trying at all. Like, I cannot accept that. Especially not from a team like Barcelona. That should never be acceptable. That's the mentality of like a mid-table, lower table kind of team. Right? Which their achievements are just, oh, you got the least to the final, right? You made it far into the competition. So that's at least good job, right? No, that's not who we are. That's not what we should be doing. That's not Barcelona. We're not a mid. We are one of the most like just most decorated and greatest clubs in history. Right? We should not be playing like that. Especially against someone like Real Madrid, who we know are going to use so much to their advantage. Like that penalty. Yeah, we know that wasn't a penalty, but it was still a stupid thing to do by Araujo. Even if it wasn't a penalty, we have always known that the decisions always go more in their favor in the Clásicos. We have seen that so many times. Doesn't matter if it's a penalty or not. It's more often than not, it's always gonna go in their favor. It's very rare when we see something else than that. He shouldn't be putting himself in that situation to begin with. He shouldn't be even risking it. And that's the problem. Those individual mistakes from the attack, from the defense, and sometimes even from the midfield. But the midfield at least worked somewhat the best for us. At least the least problems is the midfield. But because we at least have seen some good performance from playing the midfield, like from Frankie, from Pedri, from Gundogan. They have at least tried. It's from the back and in the front that's been the worst this season. So the midfield is not without its problems, but that is the least, at least, right? And as I see right now, it's still 0-0, I believe, or something. I don't know if it's the game, Copa del Rey game at the moment. It's just, I haven't scored yet. I don't know. Like, I just hope we just win this somehow. Like, why are we even struggling to score? I don't know. Against lower teams like this as well, it's just, I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen going forward. I just, past January, if nothing changes, it's gonna be a very long, very tough spring. Like, very tough second half of the season. So yeah, well, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. We're absolute dog shit, man. We're so bad. We're so bad. But yeah, thank you. See you guys next time. Bye.